Hello, welcome back. I hope you are enjoying our videos and learning well. As you are aware of different steps in building a machine learning model and types of supervised and unsupervised learning. Now we will understand how to build API for a machine learning model by working on Titanic dataset to make it more comfortable and relevant to you. Finally, the best thing is we will build a mobile application with MIT App Inventor. As MIT App Inventor is an intuitive visual programming environment that allows everyone, even children, to build fully functional apps for smartphones and tablets. So, you need not require any prior knowledge on it as it is just dragging and drop kind of. So, without wasting much time, let's get started. These steps we are going to follow. So first we are going to build a simple machine learning model by taking a well-known used dataset. The dataset will be provided in the link which is provided below in the description. You can download it directly. So which the dataset which I am going to train is about the Titanic dataset, which is a very good example which I always prefer for the beginners. So I would like to take that example. So next we'll be building an API for that. So whatever the output which we have seen in the collaboratory, we can also see the same output in the public URL where I use ngrok. That's where I build an API with the help of Flask. So simple. My steps include first I'll build a machine learning model with the help of prediction function. I can see the output in the public URL by with the help of tunneling server ngrok. And finally, I give some JSON response with the help of same ngrok URL to my mobile app where I'll be using MIT App Inventor. So that's where I use MIT App Inventor. So what is MIT App Inventor and all the things we'll be discussing slowly. But our next target is to build a simple machine learning model. Okay, so first let's open Google Collaboratory, type Colab in Google browser. You can see Google Colab because you need not worry for any disk space or RAM processing. Google is already giving you some alternative where you need not worry about and you need not download Anaconda software into your system until and unless if you are working on that. So generally we prefer this kind of collaborator where I can share it to my friend or I can directly fetch the data from GitHub or I can make up my files from Google Drive and all the things. So I click on new notebook. You can see new IPYNB file is able to load now because our concept itself is making my .ipynb file to .apk, right, which is a mobile application where I'll be using .aia, which is App Inventor file. Right, so this will be your screen once you have opened your Google Collaboratory. You can see here connect where Google will allocate you some RAM size and disk space. It takes some time because if your internet speed is well and good, it will see initialization. You can see it has assigned you nearly 12.72 GB of RAM and disk space is 107 GB. We can easily use it as most of us will be using Gmail, right? So we can use Google Collaborate. We need not install any of the packages. For application point of view, something like you need to go for ngrok, I'll be installing those packages. Other than that, you can easily go ahead. You can change your title. So my target is to build a simple ML model. That is I rename. You can download it with the help of say download IPYNB, download. You can go for this and you can also make it to GitHub. If you are using GitHub, save a copy in GitHub. So these are options. So now my task is to build a simple machine learning model, right? So I go for uploading my input data set. So I click on files, I click on upload. So my data set is on desktop. So I'll click on open. Yes. So this is how it will be uploading to your Google Collaborator. You can also mount your drive. Which is pretty much simple. Any one option you can use. Once your file is uploaded, you can directly read the file. So my first step is collection of data is done, then you need to go for pre-processing, where you need to search for the what is present in the data and how you are trying to relate your data set to building a model, because directly you cannot build a mobile application without building a machine learning model, which is a very priority step. So my first libraries will be, I import my pandas. See, collaboratory has advantage of giving suggestions itself. So pandas is a data cleansing library. So for reading the data I use numpy, that is numerical python, because math library is different, numerical python is different. So math library doesn't have any it will have trigonometric functions, it doesn't have any statistical or probabilistic function, it cannot read data in the format of an array. So I use numpy. Then you can directly give out a sklearn library here itself, or we'll do it later. How? This is the first step of giving out the packages, right? So once you have done, you can click on this button, run cell, or you can click on shift enter, so that this cell has executed. You can see this one number, that means this cell has executed. If you write any error, you can see it will give you the error. So module not found, it will give you where you can search for Stack Overflow. So that's how it will give you the error, right? So the next step is you should read the data with the help of, I assign a variable a is equal to pd dot read underscore. See, pandas we will be able to read the data set from multiple format. That is the reason pandas is the analytical tool with the help of Python programming. So I go for read underscore csv, because that's my csv file. What is the file name? Titanic.csv, right? So that is my file name, and if I want to see the content out of my file, I can give a dot head, any variable name. So head will give you the top values. I can see my top 5 values. So Titanic, so this is a well-known data set, because most of you have watched a Titanic movie, where my target is to predict how many of them are survived and how many of them are dead. So this is my data set, which includes passenger ID, survived, P class, name, their gender, age, whether they are having siblings or spouse, parents or children, ticket or fare, and in which cabin they are traveling, and what is the place of travel. Because if you see the general real Titanic, not the movie part, 1912, the largest luxury cruise which has been traveling in North Atlantic Ocean has been struck to an iceberg, and it has been drowned, right? So that is the biggest massacre happened in water. So there we have lost so many kind of people. So in the same way, what happens in general lives if we have such kind of data, and how we can analyze them? Because that's where I'll be having some data, then I can feed the data to a machine learning model. It can learn from this data. Generally we'll have, for traveling we'll be giving our details for buying ticket, right? In the same way we have this manual data, because this involves much more data cleansing principles. That's what we are going to see now. So if you can give a of head of 2, you can get only top 2 values. You can give any number. So my next thing is I need to go for data cleansing. A dot is null dot sum, which will give you the null values. So for easy understanding, you can also go for, I'll write some comments over here to check the null values. Let me see what is my output. A dot is null will give you wherever the values are present. So you can see the entire data set will be giving false and true. Wherever null value is present, there you can see the value as true. That is not my case. I want to see in the entire data is null dot sum. You can see in each column how many missing values you are having. because whenever you get the data set either from the repositories or you can download from any UCI or Kaggle, the first step you need to go for data cleansing, because that's where the role of data scientist is. In age you're having missing values, in cabin you're having missing values, in embarked you're having missing values. So our target is to clean this data. I hope you have enjoyed watching it. If you have liked our content, please do hit like button and do subscribe to our YouTube channel for more useful content and exciting updates. If you want to learn such practical content at an affordable cost with Microsoft certification and instructor support, please register at academy.codenan.com. You can also download app from Play Store as Codenan. Never hesitate to raise queries in the comment section, and please do reply with your suggestions for more practical videos. We'll be happy to come up with it. Thank you.